Hi, my name's Stephen. Eating white chocolate cookies and drinking summer fruit juice. All gone. And I'm listening to Down again. Hell yes. Um, I took my 120 milligrams tablet of fumaric acid esters again this morning and still feeling a bit weird. Like I thought the symptoms would kind of die down a lot more quickly in terms of the side effects after I reduced my dose so significantly. So still a bit peeved, but I suppose I'll just stick with that relatively low dose and hopefully get better over the next couple of days. Um, I played in a football tournament yesterday and yeah, had a really good time. So it's the third time I've played in that tournament. And the psoriasis is always kind of an issue when I'm playing sports. Just my skin's so fragile. There've been times when I'm playing basketball and I've just had chunks of my legs just come right off, and the blood just won't stop. So it's all you always just hope that you just get through something like that without having to pull out because you can't get some stupid wound to heal up. Yesterday was fine. I just the side effects from the medicine had me really weak and feeling nauseous still, so I wasn't really able to play the way I normally play, which is just disappointing, especially being as competitive as I am. Um, yeah, I had the usual blood on the inside of the shirt. Just I don't know how it happens, but just little nicks that you get during the game or something, and my psoriasis just opens up. Shin guards as usual. Blood on the inside. Just I'm not even sure I was kicked by anyone specifically or anything like that, and just skin just doesn't like even the friction of wearing something like that. So a little bit frustrating, but um, pretty decent day yesterday. I had a good time aside from feeling rubbish. I gave it everything I had. I really did. I was dragging my feet on the way home. So yeah, good day though. Good day. Um, we got to the quarterfinals, which is our best finish so far. And we're kind of hoping to go a little bit further, but I think tiredness took its toll, and we got beaten by the Disney Channel. You corporate bastards. Anyway, I can't really speak. We're corporation ourselves. I was just kind of thinking after I did the first blog, I was kind of thinking about taking a more structured approach to discussing my psoriasis, and I just felt like it wandered a bit in places, but I didn't. At the same time, I just kind of wanted to let my thoughts kind of run away, just do what they want. But I did think of maybe just try to focus on thoughts that I have recurring because of my psoriasis, and perhaps where they come from, maybe stories from my earlier life that have generated these thoughts or kind of feed into them in some way. And I think one of the thoughts that's bothered me the most over recent years has been the idea that no one can find me attractive. Essentially, is how I feel sometimes, and I suppose common sense for me takes over quite a lot. I am generally a reasonably confident person, I think, but when I see myself, and as I've mentioned before, my arms and my torso are kind of mood dictators for me to an extent. When I look at myself in that way, um, it is actually tough um, to believe that anyone could find you attractive, seeing that, and it sounds like nonsense, but it, that idea just won't leave me alone, and I think it's the same for a lot of people with many different things, psoriasis, eczema, or, even people with like that kind of body dysmorphia type situation where you look at yourself and you really see something that other people don't see at all, and it's kind of difficult to deal with in that I think stops me from initiating things. Like, I haven't been in a relationship for a long time, and I think part of me is waiting for my psoriasis just to go away, so it's not an issue. And like maybe magically my confidence will return when my psoriasis goes away, and in part that's probably true. It probably will, but there's so much evidence in my life to suggest that psoriasis isn't really an obstacle or a hindrance to my relationships, and I think it's just being able to get back to that mindset and that confidence I had in my earlier life. But maybe there are life experiences that feed into that feeling of an attractiveness and that perception of how others see me, that my idea of how others see me. And I think if I just go right back to maybe the earliest example I can remember of being bullied in a way, when I was a primary school kid. As I said before, I got psoriasis when I was 8, and it wasn't very severe, but it was noticeable, and had patches over most parts of my body. And I think, oh God, I must have been maybe 9 years old or so, I think. And what's that? Maybe primary 4, and kids in my class called me Super Ted's friend, and I'm not sure if clever insult. I'm not sure how many of you watched Super Ted as kids, but he did have a friend who was yellow with green polka dots. He had a kind of a red mohawk thing going on as well, very strange, and his name was Spotty. So that was my wonderful bullying nickname. But in a way, I was kind of lucky in that I thought I was a hard man when I was a little kid, and anyone that insulted me in that way, I would have just instantly started a fight with. So I didn't get too much in my face insults and stuff, kind of just because I think kids knew that I would stand up for myself. But at the same time, that kind of made me unpopular. I left primary school not really having many friends, really, and like secondary school was a fantastic new start for me. I made a lot of friends from that point on, thankfully. But I think that's just one of those experiences that kind of, from an early age, obviously for me, just kind of started to construct this idea of people seeing my skin and not really, and seeing it as different, seeing it as disgusting, seeing it as being a contagious disease. Sometimes even I hear kids in the street even sometimes if I'm walking along wearing a basketball vest or something like that. A kid asked me the other day actually, and I explained it to him calmly, but they still don't understand. So it's just I think that started the kind of, it was like the foundation of me assuming that other people won't find me attractive. And I don't know, it's just about being able to be comfortable in yourself, and that's really all I want to be. Physically comfortable in myself, not having to scratch, not feeling itchy all the time, not feeling like my skin is breaking when I'm moving, and those are the things you want, just to be comfortable. And obviously the emotional comfort and confidence as well is something I hope I can get back. So thanks to everyone who's watched the first blog, and I'm going to keep this just to under 10 minutes from now on, hopefully. I'll do this again soon. Thanks.